So there's this 24-year-old guy named Chris. January 1st, 2024, he gets serious about money. He starts researching investments, watching finance videos, learning about index funds and retirement accounts. He spends 6 months learning everything. By July, he's an expert. He knows about Roth IRAs, tax loss harvesting, asset allocation, compound interest. But here's what Chris doesn't have: any actual money saved. Meanwhile, his roommate Taylor barely knows anything about investing. But on January 1st, 2024, Taylor started saving $400 a month into a high-yield savings account. 2 years later, January 2026, Chris has $1,800 saved. He's still learning and planning to start soon. Taylor has $11,200 saved and just invested her first $10,000 into index funds. Chris knew everything but had nothing. Taylor knew nothing but had $10,000. Because Chris ignored the first $10,000 rule. And it cost him 2 years. My name is Gary, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people who know everything about money stay broke while people who know nothing build wealth. If you're someone who's been researching and planning but not executing, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. The rule everyone ignores. Look, here's the thing. There's a rule that separates people who build wealth from people who just talk about building wealth. Your first $10,000 doesn't go into investments. It goes into a high-yield savings account. Period. Not stocks, not crypto, not index funds, not a Roth IRA, just boring, accessible, high-yield savings earning 4 to 5%. And here's what most people don't realize. This rule isn't about maximizing returns. It's about building the foundation that makes everything else possible. And 95% of people skip this step. They try to jump straight to investing, and they fail. Every single time. Why Chris failed and Taylor won. Let me show you exactly what happened. Chris's 2 years spent January-June 2024. Learning about investing, tried to save, but kept having emergencies. Car repair, drained his $600 savings medical bill. Used credit card, couldn't save for 2 months' friend's wedding. Wiped out his $400 savings. By January 2026, $1,800 total. Saved, never invested a dollar. Taylor's 2 years, January 2024. I'm going to save $10,000 first, then figure out investing. Automated 400-month to high-yield savings. When emergencies hit, had cash to cover them without derailing everything. Hit $10,000 in November 2025. January 2026, invested that $10,000 into VTI, continuing to save $400-month same time frame. Same income. Taylor has $11,200 and momentum. Chris has $1,800 and excuses. According to research from the Federal Reserve, 37% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing. Chris kept becoming that statistic. Taylor built herself out of it. The psychology behind the rule. Now you might be thinking, but Gary, I'm losing money to inflation by keeping it in savings. I should invest it. And that's exactly why you're broke. Here's where it gets really interesting. The first $10,000 isn't about returns. It's about 3 psychological shifts.
Before we start, I put together a free PDF called The Money Leaks Checklist, 𝙁𝙍𝙀𝙀 2025 edition. It breaks down the 10 biggest places people lose money without realizing it, and how you can plug those leaks today. If you want to stop wasting cash and redirect it into savings or investments, grab it free. The link is in the description and pinned comment. Download it now. It takes 10 seconds, and at Polling Glancer persuasive. And it might be the most profitable thing you do today. Now, back to our main video.
Shift number 1. Proof you can do it. When you hit $1,000, you prove to yourself you can save. When you hit $5,000, you start thinking differently about money. When you hit $10,000, you become a different person. That $10,000 is evidence. Evidence that you're not helpless, that you can control money, that you're capable of delayed gratification. According to behavioral psychology research, people need visible proof of progress to maintain motivation. Seeing $10,000 in your account creates a psychological shift that changes your entire relationship with money. Think about it like this. You can't teach someone to run a marathon by starting with mile 20. Taylor learned to save before learning to invest. Chris tried to learn calculus before learning addition. Shift number 2, emergency protection. Here's the brutal truth. You can't build wealth while living in financial chaos. Every time Chris had an emergency, it destroyed his momentum. Car breaks down, wipes out savings, medical bill goes into debt. His financial life was a treadmill, working hard, going nowhere. Taylor's $10,000 was her shield. When her car needed $800 in repairs, she paid cash and kept moving forward. When she needed $100 or $200 for an emergency, she had it. She wasn't investing yet, but she also wasn't drowning. And not drowning is the first step to swimming. Shift number 3, investment readiness. Here's what nobody tells you. You're not ready to invest until you have $10,000 saved. Why? Because investing requires you to not touch the money for years. If you invest your only $2,000 and your car breaks down, you're selling at a loss to cover it. Taylor waited until she had $10,000. Then she invested it knowing she wouldn't need to touch it because she had more cash coming in monthly. Chris tried to invest $500 here and there. Every time life happened, he'd panic sell and use it. He was playing investor without the foundation. The math that proves it. Let me show you the actual numbers. If Taylor had invested from day one instead, $400 a month for 24 months at 8% returns, it allows $10,637. By saving first, then investing, $10,000 invested meant $1,200 still in savings, $11,200. The difference? $563. Taylor lost $563 by saving first. But here's what she gained. 0 debt from emergencies. 0 panic selling, complete peace of mind. A foundation to build on actual momentum. Chris tried to invest immediately and ended with $1,800 total after 2 years. He saved on opportunity cost and lost everything to chaos. Would you rather optimize returns and have $1,800 or waste 24 months and have $11,200? According to a study by Ramsey Solutions, people who build a $10,000 emergency fund first are 8x more likely to stick with their investment plan than people who try to invest without one. The 2026 game plan. Here's exactly how to execute the first $10,000 rule starting January. 2026, January-December. 2026 goal, save $10,000 in a high-yield savings account, currently 4 to 5%. That's $834 a month for 12 months. Or $417 a month for 24 months. Pick your timeline. Where to put it? Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally Bank, Wealthfront Cash, any FDIC-insured high-yield savings account. Currently earning 4 to 5%, which means your $10,000 makes about $450 in interest while you build it. What this money is? 4. Emergency fund. Car, medical, job loss, unexpected expenses. Peace of mind. Building the saving habit. Proof you can delay gratification. What this money is not for: vacations, new gadgets. I deserve this purchases, impressing anyone. After you hit $10,000, now you're ready to invest. Take $8,000 of it. Invest in VTI or VOO in a Roth IRA. Keep $2,000 as your emergency fund. Continue saving $400 per month, split between emergency fund refill and investments. The stages of wealth building. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth building has stages. You can't skip them. Stage 1, months 0 to 12. The foundation. Save your first $10,000, nothing fancy, just consistency. This is where Chris quit and Taylor won. Stage 2, months 13 to 24. The launch invest that $10,000. Start learning about investments now while your money grows. Continue saving. Stage 3, months 25 to 48. The acceleration. Now you're saving and investing monthly. Your foundation is built. Your education is happening. Compound interest is working. Stage 4, months 49 plus. The compounding. Your money is making money. You're building wealth on autopilot. You're financially stable. Chris tried to start at stage 4. He's still at stage 1 2 years later. Taylor followed the stages. She's at stage 3 in 24 months. Why this rule saves your life. Look, I've seen hundreds of people try to skip this step. Here's what always happens. They invest $2,000. Feel like an investor. Then their car breaks down. They panic sell at a loss. Use the money for the emergency. Feel like a failure. Quit entirely. Or worse, they invest the $2,000. Car breaks down. They put it on a credit card because I can't touch my investments. Now they're paying 22% interest while their investment makes 8%. They're going backwards while feeling like they're moving forward. The first $10,000 rule prevents both disasters. According to research from Fidelity, investors who start with a cash cushion are 5x less likely to panic sell during market downturns. Why? Because they're not investing their emergency fund. They're investing after their emergency fund exists.